Start with the playlist called Git and then move on to changes I made to .bashrc. When I said playlist, I meant this on my Mac, not on YouTube. And I'm starting off with this video down here, and they're organized by date. Ultimately, I want production to have a command prompt that shows Git information, just like I have it on my Mac. Like for example, when I go to vimrc, I got a prompt that looks like this. Now, however, I also want to do every bell and whistle for my Git environment on production, just like on my Mac. And it's not just for Git, it's also for my bashrc. Like I want to have colorization when I do LL and all those kinds of things. On the right here, I have the root user on productions .git config file. And on the left, I have the corresponding one on my Mac. And they're both the same except for the OSX keychain, which is really not needed on the production server and actually is not possible to have there. I'm thinking of changing the name to the same name for GitHub. And that's what I just did right here. My name with hyphens in it. The email is already the same. And this right here is how you edit the user.gitconfig. Use the global option and then you set the variable to its value. And there are 4 examples here. On production server, I made the necessary changes in order for Git auto-completion to work. And for some reason, after I made those changes, the command prompt also changed to reflect certain statuses within Git. And this happened even though there are still some things missing. There's one more script that's missing from the production server specifically for Git-related command prompt values. So I don't know if that script is going to be necessary or not. Okay, I'm going to show you what I did. So first I'm going to go to production. I'm going to list. Okay, this bash script was added and there were 2 commands that I used. I'm going to show you what they were. All right, the first one was this one, which downloads a file called gitcompletion.bash. And then I issued another command to change its name to .gitcompletion.bash. And I'll show you that command. There it is. The third thing I did was to add, all right, here's the code I added. And this has some code for the prompt, but there should also be sourcing of another file, another bash script. So now when I exit here and when I go to a directory that has a Git repository, I get a prompt which shows which branch I'm on and the directory I'm in. And by the way, the prompt before used to be root@sam. And now it looks more like my Mac prompt. And the command hostname is the command that I use to remind myself of which machine I'm on, just like this. I wasn't able to find a video about that missing file which relates to Git. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. On the right-hand side here, I have my production server. On the left, I have my iMac. Okay, so I'm going to go into the bashrc of each one of them. Okay, these 3 lines over here are not present on the production server in the bashrc. So I'm going to add them, and I'm going to add them right before the .gitcompletion.bash. inclusion. So I'm going to put them right here. All right, let me copy it and paste. Okay, that way, if there's a file called .getPrompt.sh, it will read that script. Okay, so let me save this. Control O, enter. Okay, and let me, what is it called? .getPrompt.sh. Okay. And I do not have .getPrompt.sh, whereas on my local machine here, let me show you. .getPrompt.sh is there. Okay, so I need to get a copy of this onto here. Let me just try to create it using Nano. And I was able to transfer the content from my iMac to my production server. So now I have that script. All right, let's exit here and exit here. Okay, listing. Listing. All right, so the name of the file is .getPrompt. And on the left here, where is it? .getPrompt. But here it doesn't have execute. Read, write, read, write. And getPrompt on here has execute. And so does get bash completion should probably have it too. All right, I'm going to fix that situation. And fix it I did. That's why both of them are in green here. And on the left, they're both pink. I'm not sure why get config is sandwiched in between them on the right, but not on the left. Okay, I think it's because of the hyphen. The one on the right handles hyphens differently than the one on the left. Okay, we're done for this video.